Pang Tong and Fa Zheng urged Liu Bei to kill Liu Zhang during a banquet and take Shu at once. Liu Bei refused. I've only just entered Shu. People's hearts aren't settled, and I haven't established trust. I can't do something unrighteous. The next day, Liu Bei and Liu Zhang drank together again and spoke warmly. Pang Tong and Fa Zheng decided to force the moment, calling Wei Yan to dance with a sword as a pretext to strike. Pang Tong also summoned armed men to wait below the hall. Liu Zhang's officers sensed danger. Zhang Ren drew his sword and offered to dance with Wei Yan, keeping him in check. Wei Yan glanced toward Lu Feng. Lu Feng also drew his sword and joined in. Then Lu Gui, Leng Bao, and Deng Xian all pulled their blades and said, "We'll join too, just to make everyone laugh." In an instant, steel flashed everywhere. The tension felt like the table might flip any moment. Liu Bei was shocked. He drew his sword, stepped forward, and shouted, "We brothers have reunited after long separation. This is a time for drinking, not suspicion. This isn't the Hongmen banquet. Why are we waving swords? Whoever doesn't drop their weapon, beheaded on the spot." Liu Zhang also rebuked them. If brothers gather, why bring blades? He ordered guards to collect everyone's swords. Only then did the officers withdraw and the atmosphere settle. Liu Bei had wine served again to soothe them, saying in effect, "Liu Zhang and I share the same clan. We're discussing great matters with no second thoughts. Don't stir needless doubt." Liu Zhang was moved to tears, gripping Liu Bei's hand and swearing never to forget his elder brother's kindness. When the banquet ended, Liu Bei returned to camp and scolded Pang Tong. "How could you try to push me into an unrighteous act? Never mention this again." Pang Tong could only sigh and withdraw. Back in Liu Zhang's camp, Liu Gui and the others urged, "My lord, you saw what happened today. Return to Chengdu quickly, or trouble will come." Liu Zhang insisted, "My brother Liu Xuanda isn't that kind of man." They answered, "Even if he isn't, his followers are eager to swallow Shu for wealth and rank." Liu Zhang still refused to believe it, and continued friendly meetings with Liu Bei. Soon an urgent report arrived. Zhang Lu was mobilizing to attack Jiaming Pass. Liu Zhang asked Liu Bei to go resist him. Liu Bei agreed at once and set out with his own troops. Pressed again to be cautious, Liu Zhang finally ordered Yang Huai and Gao Pei to guard Fu Pass, while he himself returned to Chengdu. Liu Bei reached Jiaming Pass, strictly forbade his soldiers from disturbing the people, and spread kindness to win hearts. In eastern Wu, Guyong suggested cutting off Liu Bei's return route and seizing Jingzhou. Sun Quan liked it, but Lady Wu Guotai burst out furious, fearing for her daughter Lady Sun Shangxiang, who was married to Liu Bei. Sun Quan had to drop the idea. Yet he still wanted the opportunity. Zhang Zhao then offered a covert plan. Send trusted men disguised as merchants with a secret letter claiming Lady Wu was critically ill, urging Lady Sun to return overnight, and to bring a Dou with her, so Wu could use the child as leverage for Jingzhou. Sun Quan approved and sent Zhou Shan with 500 men in 5 boats, with forged papers and hidden weapons. Zhou Shan reached Jingzhou and delivered the letter. Lady Sun, panicking over her dying mother, left quickly with a Dou before informing Zhuge Liang. Zhao Yun heard and chased along the river with only a few riders. Unable to stop the ships from shore, he jumped onto a small fishing boat, caught up under arrow fire, boarded the Wu ship and confronted Lady Sun. She insisted a Dou was her son. Zhao Yun answered that Liu Bei had only this bloodline, and the child must stay. When she ordered attendants to seize him back, Zhao Yun took a Dou and held him at the bow, trapped midstream with no way to turn the ship alone. At the crisis, Zhang Fei arrived downstream with ships and blocked the route. He boarded, killed Zhou Shan, and Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei secured A Dou while letting Lady Sun return to Wu, avoiding forcing her into death. Zhuge Liang soon arrived, rejoiced, and sent word to Liu Bei at Jiaming Pass. Lady Sun returned to eastern Wu and told everything. How Zhang Fei and Zhao Yun killed Zhou Shan and seized A Dou back mid-river. Quan raged. My sister has returned, so we are no longer close with Liu Bei. And Zhou Shan was killed. How can I not avenge this? He prepared to attack Jingzhou. But an urgent report came. Cao Cao was raising 400,000 troops to avenge Red Cliffs. Quan was alarmed and had to set Jingzhou aside to discuss resisting Cao Cao. Another report followed. Chief Secretary Zhang Hong had died, leaving a final letter advising Quan to move his seat of government to Moling, saying the land bore the aura of kings and should be secured for a lasting foundation. Quan wept and declared he would follow the advice, moving the capital to Jianya and building Stone City. Lu Meng proposed building fortified camps at the mouth of the Ruxu waters to block Cao Cao. Some officers scoffed, saying they could just fight on land. Lu Meng answered, "Weapons have sharp and dull. Battles have no guaranteed victory. If we meet the enemy suddenly, our infantry and cavalry will be crowded and pressed. Men will fall into chaos before they even reach the water. How will they ever board ships?" Quan praised him and ordered tens of thousands to build the Ruxu fortifications day and night by deadline. Meanwhile in Xuchang, Cao Cao's power grew. Dong Zhao urged, "Since antiquity no meritorious minister equals the chancellor, greater even than the Duke of Zhou or Lu Wang. For decades he has swept away rebels and saved the people. How can he stand merely among the ministers? He should be made Duke of Wei and granted the 9 bestowments to display his virtue." He listed the 9 bestowments in detail. Sun Yu opposed it, insisting Cao Cao began as a righteous force supporting the Han and should remain loyal and modest. Cao Cao's face darkened. Dong Zhao argued that one man should not block the will of all, and submitted the memorial anyway. Sun Yu sighed. "I never thought I'd see the day." Cao Cao thus resented Sun Yu. In the winter of the 17th year of Jianan, Cao Cao marched south and ordered Sun Yu to accompany him. Sun Yu, sensing murderous intent, feigned illness and stayed at Shouchuan. Cao Cao sent a box gift with a personal seal. Sun Yu opened it. There was nothing inside. He understood the message and took poison, dying at 50. Cao Cao later regretted it, buried him with honors, and granted him a posthumous title. Cao Cao reached Ruxu and sent Cao Hong with 30,000 armored cavalry to scout the river. Cao Hong reported countless banners along the banks, uncertain where Wu's main force lay. Still uneasy, Cao Cao advanced in person, arrayed troops at Ruxu, and rode up a slope with 100 men to observe. Wu warships were arranged in divisions, flags in 5 colors, weapons gleaming. In the center under a green silk canopy sat Quan, civil and military officers standing beside him. Cao Cao pointed with his whip and sighed. To have a son like Sun Zhongmo, now that would be something. Lu Jingsheng's sons are no better than pigs and dogs. Suddenly Wu's boats surged forward, and troops from the Ruxu fort struck Chao's forces as well. Chao's army broke and retreated in disorder. Then 1,000 cavalry appeared by the hills. At their head a man with striking features, Quan himself leading the charge. Cao Cao panicked and wheeled his horse. Han Dang and Zhou Tai drove in hard. Only because Su Chu spurred forward, brandishing his blade to hold them back, did Cao Cao escape. Su Chu fought them for dozens of exchanges before returning. Cao Cao rewarded him heavily and cursed the generals who retreated first, threatening execution for any repeat. At the third watch of night, shouting shook the camp. Fires sprang up on all sides. Wu troops raided into Cao's camp and fought until dawn. Cao's army withdrew more than 50 li and made a new camp. Depressed, Cao Cao studied military texts. Cheng Yu advised, "War values speed." The chancellor delayed too long, letting Sun Quan finish fortifying Ruxu. Better withdraw to Xuchang and plan again. Cao Cao gave no reply. Half asleep at his desk, Cao Cao dreamed. The river tide roared like 10,000 horses. A red sun rose from the water. Then 2 more suns shone in the sky. The red sun flew and crashed into the hills before camp with thunderous sound. Cao Cao woke in shock and realized it was a dream. At midday he rode out with 50 riders to the place where the sun had fallen, and suddenly saw a troop ahead. Its leader in golden helm and armor was Sun Quan. Sun Quan reined in on the hill and pointed his whip. "Chancellor, you rule the central plains and already possess riches and rank to the utmost. Why are you still unsatisfied and invade Jiangnan?" Cao Cao claimed he acted by imperial decree. Sun Quan laughed. "Who in the realm doesn't know you hold the Son of Heaven hostage and command the lords? I am not disloyal to Han. I mean to punish you and set the state right." Cao Cao raged and ordered his generals to seize Sun Quan. Drums thundered. 2 forces burst out from behind the hill. On the right Han Dang and Zhou Tai. On the left Chen Wu and Pan Zhang with 3,000 crossbowmen, loosing bolts like rain. Cao Cao retreated in haste. The 4 generals pursued fiercely. Only because Su Chu led the Tiger Guards to hold them off was Cao Cao saved. Wu forces returned to Ruxu singing victory songs. Cao Cao reflected. Sun Quan is no ordinary man. The omen of the red sun, he may someday be an emperor. He began to think of withdrawal, yet feared being mocked by Wu. The armies held each other for over a month with mixed wins and losses. By the first month of the new year, endless spring rains flooded the waterways. Soldiers bogged in mud and water, suffering greatly, and Cao Cao's worries deepened. Then a Wu envoy delivered a letter condemning Cao Cao for reckless war and cruelty, warning that spring waters were rising and urging immediate retreat. Otherwise another Red Cliffs disaster would follow. On the back was a sharp line. "So long as you live, I cannot rest." Cao Cao read it and laughed. Sun Zhongmo truly does not disappoint me. He richly rewarded the envoy, ordered the army to withdraw, left Zhu Guang to hold Wan City, and returned to Xuchang. Sun Quan also pulled back to Moling and told his generals, "Though Cao Cao has retreated north, Liu Bei is still at Jiaming Pass and has not returned. Why not seize Jingzhou now?" But Zhang Zhao said, "Do not move yet. I have a plan that will ensure Liu Bei can never return to Jingzhou." Thus the chapter ends with the tease. Cao Cao's mighty host withdraws north, and Sun Quan's ambition turns south again. What scheme will Zhang Zhao propose next? Summary. This chapter highlights 3 power games happening at once. 1. In Shu, Liu Bei refuses to assassinate Liu Zhang even when Pang Tong and Fa Zheng set up a near Hongmen banquet moment. Liu Bei's public crackdown, and Liu Zhang's matching rebuke, preserves Liu Bei's righteous image and paradoxically increases Liu Zhang's trust, giving Liu Bei the assignment to defend Jiaming Pass, where he wins local hearts through discipline and benevolence. 2. In Wu, direct military plans against Jingzhou are blocked by Lady Wu's anger and maternal fear. So Wu pivots to a soft hostage strategy, luring Lady Sun home with a fake illness and trying to take A Dou as bargaining power. The plot becomes an action centerpiece that showcases Zhao Yun's loyalty and restraint. He must recover the heir without openly turning violence on the Lord's wife, until Zhang Fei arrives to break the deadlock and secure A Dou. 3. At the national level, Sun Quan prepares for Cao Cao by relocating his base and fortifying Ruxu, Lu Meng's strategic caution, while Cao Cao's camp shows the political shift toward monarchy, titles, the 9 bestowments, and the elimination of moral opposition, Sun Yu. The Ruxu conflict then reinforces Sun Quan's stature. Cao Cao recognizes him as formidable and ultimately withdraws under pressure, leaving the story poised for the next struggle over Jingzhou. Knowledge points. 1. Lady Sun taking A Dou back to Wu, Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei recovering him. There may be a historical skeleton, Wu and Shu rivalry, and the idea of leverage over Jingzhou fits real Three Kingdoms politics, but the novel turns it into a full spy action sequence. A named agent, Zhou Shan, 500 men disguised as merchants, forged papers, hidden weapons, midstream boarding, and a perfectly timed river blockade. These details are best read as dramatic engineering to create a single vivid set piece, and to elevate Zhao Yun's image as the guardian of Liu Bei's bloodline. 2. Sun Quan personally pressing the fight, Su Chu saving Cao Cao in hero moments. The Ruxu fighting has a plausible war backdrop, but the novel presents it through heroic spotlight scenes. Leaders appearing at the front, tight near captures, and named generals delivering decisive moments. This style compresses messy warfare into memorable character-driven highlights, so treat the close combat rescue beats as novelistic intensity, rather than exact battlefield reporting. 3. Sun Yu and the Empty Box. The Empty Box is one of the novel's most famous symbolic scenes, a silent order that forces Sun Yu to understand he is no longer tolerated. Historically, Sun Yu is typically recorded as dying of illness. The novel's version functions as a moral turning point. Cao Cao's ambition hardens, and principled restraint is removed from his inner circle.